All right, thank you so much. Now I feel this was a setup, honestly. In case you think it was planned, it wasn't. And I've known Mr. Godswill for years now. He's a fantastic friend, fantastic brother. He has always told me he's a rapper. I want to apologize, I never believed you. But with what I saw today, I mean, I'm going to feature your next song. I don't know what I will do. Or maybe I'll just show up and, Wow, thank you so much. And Michael, please guys, if you don't mind, a round of applause for Michael. And it's good to see you. I've not seen Mrs. Ochoga in years. And just in case you're wondering our connection, right? I'm the first son in your family. Oh yes, I am. I'm the first son in your family. I think I knew Michael when he was how old? Okay. All right. I think it was maybe. I'm not sure. It was how old then? Maybe 30. I don't know. Right?
12, sir.
12. Yeah, it was 12 years old when I knew. Yes. And I had the real privilege of being their pastor at some point. Yes, real privilege. And so we handed over our baton to our dear Pastor Bolaji, and he's doing a fantastic job. Okay, so I'm going to do just a very quick assignment, right? Two quick things. The first person, apart from those who are involved in the program as coordinators or planners, the first guest who walked into the space, the first person who registered is going to leave here with a cash gift. I don't know who that person is. Is it how we can verify? Okay, yes, please. So as soon as you do, please let me know. Okay. So again, a round of applause for Michael. Then one more thing. I'm going to do another little exercise. So guys, if you don't mind, please stand. I just want us to do a little exercise, just a little one. So please stand. Okay. So if you have ever began a business from ground zero, you can remain standing while the other sits. If you've ever started a business from ground zero, remain standing and the other sits. Okay, so it simply means if you have not done any business yet, I know you will eventually, okay, but if you've not done any business yet, you've not started from scratch. I mean, you started from scratch without money, without connection, without people. Without money, without connection, without people, please, you can remain standing. Though if you've started a business with money, with people, you can sit. You started with money, with people, you can sit. Great. Now you look around, there are so many people here who have started from ground zero. And one final test. If you started from ground zero and the business is still thriving, please remain standing and others you sit. You started from ground zero and that business did not die. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yes. You see, now you can see a lot of other persons as well. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I said if you started a business from ground zero and the business is still thriving, remain standing. Okay. And so you can see that there are a lot of people who started from ground zero and they are still moving to the top. So it simply means that your case is not different. It means you can begin from ground zero without money, without skills, without people, and you can still make it. So please, a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, please. Thank you. It was just a simple exercise I needed us to do because somehow these are the things you will remember. I tell the members of my team that the people who are making it right now are not necessarily the most skillful people. And please don't get me wrong. The people who are making it right now in my industry are not necessarily the most skillful people. However, please acquire as much relevant skills as you can. Okay, it's important. But the people making it are not people with the most skills. The people making it now are the people who are courageous enough to make it. So if there's anybody right here you admire, anybody right here, just take maybe 3 seconds and look at them. You admire them because they are somewhere you'd like to be in future. If the people are here, you can look around. I see you all looking at him. Okay, but you can look around. I'm giving you that. Yes. Okay. All right. So you see, Okay, I want to make it as practical as possible. Is there anybody here you admire, like the things he's doing right now are the things you want to do? Okay, anybody? You? Is the person here? Oh, fantastic, fantastic. A round of applause for him. Okay, so now the difference between you, Michael, and him now is not age. Yes. The difference between you and him now is courage. Yes. It is courage that will help you cross the bridge, even much more than skills. There are a lot of skillful people. There are a lot of people who have attended conferences like this. They've heard great stuff. Please keep learning, all right? And repeat after me, I'll keep learning. Yeah. So keep learning. But what will make the difference is not in the learning. It is in the doing. It is in the doing. Many people are not doing what they have learned. And somebody once said, if we do 1% of the things we've been taught already, in fact, we'll be in the moon. It simply means if you do just the little thing you've heard, whatever it is, just 1% of whatever you may have learned, just 1% of it, you will not be here. If I say here, I'm not saying you'll not be in this conference. I mean, you'll not be at the level you are. Even if your level is currently great, I'm quite sure if you can do just 1% of the things you've learned, you will be in a greater place. Okay. All right then. So I'm going to just share a few thoughts because I try as much as possible to ensure that when I have opportunities like this to speak, it is as practicable as possible. I need you guys to know that your coming here is not just divine, but at the end of the day, it will be worthwhile. It's something you can probably after 5 years or 10 years, you sit back and say, okay, this thing happened in my life because I did X, Y, Z, A, B, C, or what I heard from a particular conference. And that is going to happen to every one of us here. Everyone will learn. So as I go into the details of what I may be sharing, please, I have how many minutes again? Okay, yes. So as I go into the details of what I'll be sharing, I'm going to share a fictional story I read. Now it is not mine, okay? It's not an original, amen? So I just said amen too. And while he was speaking, I said, okay, I will try to break the amen barrier. But it is who we are, all right? Yeah, so, and without apologies, amen come out, we say it, and you respond. Yeah, all right then. So there was a particular story I read somewhere and I loved the story, and I think I'm going to share that because I feel very strongly it's going to be a huge blessing to you. Huge blessing. It's a story about a sparrow and a farmer. Again, it's fictional, okay? So this guy had a wheat farm and a sparrow went there and laid its nest, okay? And the sparrow had 4, in this context, I'll say 4 children now, so please bear with me. I'll say 4 children, okay? So, and the sparrow went out one day to go look for food. And when it came back, it saw the children afraid and shivering. And it asked them, hello guys, okay, what happened? And they said, the farmer, the owner of the wheat farm, came and said he's going to send his sons to come and cultivate wheat and clear the entire field, which means that in the very next day, these guys do not have a house, right? So they were afraid. Where else are we going to go? And the sparrow looked at the children and said, the farmer said he's sending his sons, right? And they said yes. And the sparrow told them, don't worry, they will not come. And the next day came. So many days after, the wheat farm was still there. Nothing happened. And the children were happy again, and life continued. So many days after, as usual, this sparrow went into the forest to go get something. And when it returned, it met again the children, afraid, frightened. And it asked them, what happened? And they said, the farmer came again today. And this time, the farmer said, I'll be sending laborers to the field tomorrow to clear the wheat. And we were afraid. And the sparrow looked at them again and said, don't worry, they are not coming. Days after, behold, nobody showed up. Life continued. Somebody say life continued. Yeah, life continued. So many days after, as usual, this sparrow went to the forest again, came back and met the children, panicking. And as usual, with a smile perhaps, now I added this one, with a smile on the face of the sparrow said, "What happened?" And they said, the farmer came, and the farmer said he's going to be coming tomorrow. And the sparrow said, "All right, it is time to go, it's time to go." And they packed. And when they moved, the farmer came and cleared the field. And the children were now surprised. The last time they checked, the sparrow was not a prophetess. The sparrow was not our Pastor Bolaji. I hope you get the gist, right? So they wanted to know how come the sparrow was able to predict the outcome every time. And the sparrow said that the moment the farmer took responsibility of the task, it knew it must happen. So I'm saying that your lives will only change the day you know it is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. Yes. You know, I'm quite sure a lot of you have great parents. But if you think the outcome of your life will be a function of the exposure or a function of the presence of your parents, I'm sorry to break your hearts. No, it's 100% your responsibility. So it simply means if you grew up in a home where your parents were not there or were not supportive, they were not as supportive as Mrs. Ochoga, who is attending her son's program. A round of applause for her, please. You may not have a mother like that, right? But it is not an excuse. The day you decide to make it work, it will work. From the day you take responsibility, your business or your life will move from ground zero to the top. Okay, so I've been available my slide anyway. Please, you can share with them much later, but I'll just, yes, I have it, I can. I'll just speak, I'll just take some highlights, all right? You see, another thing I need you guys to know, especially young people, you are not what people say you are. You are not what people say you are. And a lot of people have told us stuff, even in books. Even in books. So many years ago, of course, I read a great book, fantastic book. I'm not saying you shouldn't read it, okay? But I read a particular book. And from the analysis of the book, it stated that people like me were deeply introverted. And as introverted people, we cannot communicate. As introverted people, we cannot sell. As introverted people, there is a very small chance of us making money from people. Do you understand? And we read that, and I said, "Oh, Ifeanyi, so how do you explain or describe yourself?" You know, "I'm introverted." That's what I used to say. And I know a lot of you here would have categorized yourself as, "I am an extrovert, I am an introvert, oh, I'm a flake, oh, I'm sanguine, oh, I'm choleric." Guys, you see, I want you to leave this door, dropping all of that. Yes, leave this room, drop all of that. Because sometimes when you define yourself with such, right, you create a limitation around yourself. You begin to think you don't have the right or the capacity to do the things you should be doing because of your temperaments. You have no limits. And let me tell you something. I'm a man of very few words, but trust me, and I thank you that my brother and friend is here. Whatever I want to do, I will do it. Yes. If I have to do it, I will do it. If I have to jump to do it, I will do. If I have to dance, I'm not a fantastic dancer, I do not intend to be a dancer either, but if dancing is the way I will get the job done, I will dance. If I have to scream, so there are some rooms I would walk in and people would assume that, hey, I love attention. I don't love attention, as you may have noticed, right? Epsiba is my weakness, I may not love attention. But if I have to get the job done, being in quotes now a choleric, I will be a choleric to get the job done. If I have to get the job done being a male, I would morph into a male and get the job done as a male. If I want to be a flake to get the job done, I'll be a flake to get the job done. So at the end of the day, I thought about it and I said, I am exactly what I have to be to achieve what I want to be.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And the same is applicable to you. So I want you guys to leave this room, regardless of what you may have heard about your temperament and stuff like that. You can morph at will. You can do what? You can change at will to get the job done. So if there's anything you truly want to do, don't stay in the box of, oh, I'm introverted, I can't get it done. Do it. Do it. And maybe we should do what we do in church now. You look at someone sitting next to you. Look at somebody. Say, do it. Yes. Do it. Do it. I'm going to share a personal story with you. At some point in my life, I had just one prayer point. And I know right now a lot of you are thinking this prayer point is, Lord, give me money. Lord, give me money. I wish it was the prayer point. The prayer point at that stage of my life was, Lord, unlock my tongue. I couldn't talk. Oh no, of course you guys think that I'm joking now. No, really. I had a major speech impediment. Yes. I stuttered so badly that I couldn't talk. And that affected me at some point because I thought I was quiet. I did agree and realize when I was delivered that it was not that I was quiet, I just couldn't talk. So because I couldn't talk, I stayed quiet. Because to talk was, man, it was crazy. So I couldn't talk, I had a major speech impediment. It was a concern for me. I said, God help me. Do you know one day I even did a bargain with God? I said, God, if you take this away from me, I'll be a preacher. I thought I was going to use that as a bargain. I said, God, you see me, you know I love you. I will be a preacher. The city of Mina, because I schooled in Mina at some point, I said the city of Mina will hear my voice. Just test me, Lord. Try me and see. Try me. And funny enough, you think I prayed just once? I prayed that prayer like every other day. I prayed for years. Something happened to me along the way, and I'm going to share that. So I kept on praying. I said, Lord, help me. I need to talk. And the annoying thing was when I'll be alone praying, doing that kind of prayer, something strange would happen to me. In fact, I would fall in love with my voice. I'll be speaking expressly, unhindered. The same I'm talking to you now. Lord, help. Then I'll be like, oh, I've been delivered. I can talk. Because all through that prayer session, I did not stutter even for once. And I thought, oh, I've been delivered. Speech clear. At some point, I think my first phone or so that had the ability to record, my ringing tone was me speaking. To let you know how I love my voice. Yes, I had to record it. Like, this guy, you sound great to show. They wanted to take this away. Then I recorded, yes. What I recorded was not something very serious. Like I did not record one affirmation or confession. It was nothing serious. I just imagined I was a leader somewhere addressing people. Then I just recorded it. Said that the world, you need to listen, friends and brethren. You know that kind of stuff, right? I just recorded it. And that was my ringing tone for 1 year. 1 year plus. It was my ringing tone. So every single time the phone rang, I was hearing me speak. Yes, I was hearing me speak. But something happened to me. That every single time I left that room of prayer, thinking that I've been delivered, the first person I see, and I'll say, brother, the brother will be like it's trekking from Sokoto to Kanu. You know how I'm already there, and that has not landed. Then I'm like, is it that God did not hear my prayer? I was concerned. I was troubled. I said, it's like, God, you don't want me to become a preacher. The way you are going, it's like you're not ready for me, but I am ready for you. Then one day, someone say one day.
One day.
Yeah, I got my deliverance. And I'll tell you how. It continued that way. Then some people came to me. It was a presentation we had in class. And they came to me and they said, Ifeanyi, please, we want you to teach us on how to speak in public. I cried. Because I did not realize that something had happened to me. I didn't realize. Till the day, these guys were not my friends in class. But somehow, we did a class presentation. And while it was happening, right, I noticed everywhere went quiet. And when I was done, it was as though they threw a party. The class was shaking. They've never heard me speak. I don't speak in public. So they just saw me as that very quiet guy who would just do his writing and walk away. I had just a few seconds. Only if you're my friend, you hear my voice. The public will not hear my voice. So my voice was like gold. Then somebody at the back of the class, during that presentation, screamed, "Obama!" Now, till date, we don't know who screamed Obama. But from that day in class, my nickname became Obama. And they claimed that my presentation was the best. I sounded like a political leader. I sounded like Obama. So Obama came to that guy's mind and he screamed Obama. And they gathered, they came, teach us how to speak effectively in public. Again, I cried. Now, something happened to me. God told me afterwards that He has given me a unique voice. So what I was looking for was different, basically. And can I shock you guys? I am still the same guy. Yes. I'm sure you'll be wondering, but has he stuttered at all? It's not about the stuttering. God just did something. I sound different. I speak with the so-called inefficiency, and it comes and you're hearing something different. It didn't change, but something different happened. Now the point I'm trying to make in all of this is, as a young person created by God, you have no deficiency. Yes. It doesn't matter if you think you didn't have all the best of education. It doesn't matter if you think there is a part of your body that is not like the other people. It is not a deficiency. You're just different. You are just different. And you can make a lot of things happen for people because of your difference, because of your uniqueness. You can make a lot of things happen for people. I used to have a colleague of mine. She came to me one day and she was overwhelmed. She was crying. She was crying because, I think I have her permission, I can share this story. She was crying because she felt life was not fair. She told me, "Sir, I don't know why my mom did not decide to abort me," because they wanted her mom. Yes, they want her mom. That this child you're going to get may not be able to walk. This child may have sickle cell and so many other things. And they advised the mother about the child. And the mother refused. And then she came. Yes, she has sickle cell. Yes, she's struggling to walk. But I told her that she has a massive opportunity to change the world. Because guess what? This girl can learn and speak. The moment it crosses her mind to learn any language, she becomes a teacher in that language. She teaches French. If she speaks French, she speaks French like a French lady. She teaches French. She just learnt it. And there's a language she speaks to. I can't remember the exact name is called, but I'll just call a generic term. She speaks Chinese. Of course, it's not the language, and there's a particular language. Who's going to know that? Yes. She speaks it fluently. So much so that one day I had a partner who came from China, a Chinese man, of course. I just called her. I said, "Come." And do you know, I made a solid impression without doing much. And one thing I know I can do very well, I may not be the most gifted in the room, but I know how to identify great talents. And that's why I identified the Ochogas when they were children, and I stayed with them, you see. I stayed with them all these years. No stress. So I feel like a celebrity everywhere. If you just do anyhow, I'll just call Michael. Just have conversations with this guy. I'll just leave them. And Michael, by the time you hear how intelligent he is, I was his pastor when he was younger. For you to have pastored this guy, you must be great. Oh, yes, so I am. Then if I go to the office and I just want to do something interesting, I just call Hezbollah. Hezbollah come, "Hey, and by the way, Hezbollah, you do something for us. The poet stuff, as you said, you do that thing for the brand. But we'll pay you." Yes, we'll pay you. Okay, so, please, how did we get here? Yes, she speaks multiple languages. I now told her, I said, I think I've seen you somewhere, right? Have we met? You. In yellow. Have we? We met? Okay, so now she speaks multiple languages, foreign languages. She's super smart. I mean, very intelligent. I told her, you can write a beautiful chapter. People would love to listen to you. So this thing you see as a disadvantage now is a massive advantage. Massive advantage. Go for conferences like this. Write books and people will read. Inspire people. Your story will change so many lives. And she's doing a fantastic job now. She is. And so the point I'm trying to make in all of this is to move from ground zero to the top. You must know, first of all, that as a child of God, you have no deficiency. It doesn't matter what the doctor may have said or what your background may have suggested to you. You have no deficiency. None. No, not one. No, not one. I think I may have another 10 minutes. I think I've not been checking, but I'll still proceed. Okay, I have 5 actually. Okay. The way time flies there. All right. So I thank God I took out time. I did my slide, so you can check the slide later. All right. So I'm going to end up with one more thing. You see, again, like I said, it is not about how much you know, right? It's about how much you're willing to do with what you know. Yes, what you know. Just do it. Just do it. Whatever thing you've heard, whatever may have inspired you, whatever you may have read, you see that thing you have read, even before the acquisition of another, just do that one, and you'll see things happen for you. And finally, do not be afraid of taking risk. Don't be afraid. I'm going to end up with a story I shared with a dear friend of mine. And I'm sure he's going to be happy I'm sharing this story because I don't know how far this video will go. But it's a blessing to someone and he's a great guy. So he's going to be happy that I'm sharing this. So my very good friend, and I must say, is the best roommate I ever had. Fantastic brother. He's such a great guy. You know, if you've lived with people, I think you may understand what I'm trying to say. He's such a great guy that if he wakes up in the morning and he sees me sweeping the house without being told, he knows that, okay, he should go do the dishes. And when I'm doing something, like, we never had to sit down to say, guy, we must have a roster. You know, as boys now, we must have a roster. Guy, I'm not going to cook, and you're going to... There was never a time we had that conversation because he was such a fantastic guy. If you're doing A, he knows he has to be doing B. If he's doing B, he knows that I know I have to be doing C. So the relationship was fantastic. Went to the same school, you know, we finished the same class and everything. And then recently he called me and his dad was having a birthday and he wanted me to show up. I had not visited him for years. I don't know how I've mastered the art of disappearing. I don't know. I can just appear, disappear. You see me the next 5 years, be wondering what happened in my life. I think it was Sam who came to my office. Sam, and that's Mike's brother in case you don't know him. And he looked at me, he said, sir, how did this thing happen? Now, he knows. Because remember when you come to my house and we cook Indomie, right? We rehearse in my house, right? So he knew how we were, not a million years ago. Not a million years ago, but he knew how we were then. And he was looking at me, saying, I don't know how that happened. And then I shared the story with him. But I will keep the story. You will not see the story in the slide. So that when we have our Incubator season 2, you will come and then I'll share the story. It's not in the slide. So you have to come back next year. I don't know if you want to do that yearly or monthly. But the next edition, come, you meet me. I can assure you. I don't have to be a speaker, but you meet me. I'll be in the audience. You come to me, I share the story. All right. So, and he told me how he's been working so hard for years. We left school, it's been a long time. We're growing fast. He said since we left school, he's been working in a particular organization for almost 10 years. And his income is at a particular ridiculously low level. I was like, you mean you've been working in that company for close to 10 years? He said, yes, close to 10 years. How much are they paying you? When he mentioned the figure, my heart broke. I said, for 10 years. I said, the thing you need to do is, if you have to leave the comforts of Kaduna, because he lives in Kaduna, leave the comfort of Kaduna, come to Abuja. If you have to stay in your family house, sleep in the couch for 1 month, for 2 months, I believe something's going to happen in your life. Now, what I deduced is he was staying in his comfort zone. I told him, guy, if you have discovered, now this is my own personal story, and that's why I'm different. I'm not the guy I used to know, Hefziba. I'm different. I've learned something that whenever it feels like I'm at the edge of life, I'm at the edge, and it feels like if I take the next move, I'm going down, right? What I have discovered is when I close my eyes, I take the next move. Somehow, I discover 2 things. Anyway, I always discover I don't die. I discovered 2 things. Yes. 1, it is as though the ground will come up and meet me. Or I'll just discover I've always had wings to fly, but I never knew. But one thing is certain, I never crash. Yes. And that is not just my story. It is the principle of life. Guys, you will not die. Do it. Yes. I want to say that again. And this is for somebody. You will not lose anything. Do it. You will lose more thinking because you've been at the edge. If you take the next step, something bad will happen. Guys, if bad things happen, it will happen to me. I remained at a particular level of life for so long because I thought being at the edge of life, praying for something to happen by chance. But God had always said, take the move. When Moses was at the Red Sea and he prayed, and God told him, he gave him a very simple instruction. He said, move forward. God did not go ahead to dry the Red Sea. God did not convert the water into ice and say, now walk on ice. He didn't do all of that. He told him, Moses, move forward. And when they took the step, the water gave way. So the point I'm trying to make is, you may think you're at the edge of life, though you're young, we know you're young. You may think you're at the edge of life. Or you may not be there yet, but I have good news for you. You will wake up one day and discover you're at the edge. So when you get there, remember what you heard today. Jump, nothing will happen. Thank you.